think. For some reason my OBS is saying it's not getting... Oh, there we go. It's fine. Did I drop out? Maybe just give me a chat message to see if I'm still live, because I have no idea anymore. Okay, cool. Sorry, folks. I don't know where I went. Okay, great. So let's see if we can kill this. So technically I can get rid of that now. The idea is this won't work, but the idea is that if I do this now, let's just get the experience right here. Click there, connect. Okay, that will go there. That will open up that. And we're choosing that, so we're going to be saying that's the password, and then it will get the access token. What we could do is we could say message box dot show token just for now. Like, if I close this, will it also close the session? It does not close the session, so somehow I need to figure out how to own that process. Okay, so cool, that's the access token, which is cool, and then I can use it in my application. And I think we would do this on our next time. Let's quickly see if we can figure out how to have the application own the process. Own process. C#. Will that? Let's see if we can do this maybe. I think this is maybe a better idea. So will this... start info. Okay. don't want that to happen. So if I kill this, this is still alive. Okay. We could say that this process is an application-wide thing. Like for instance here, we could say, let's say, public static process login process, I don't know, login process, login proxy, let's just call it that for instance. And we can say program dot login proxy is that. Okay. Okay, so now I think when we go to application dot exit, on application exit, yeah. So what we do is we say that, and we can say if process info this dot, come on, this is static now. Now login proxy, if login proxy is not null, you can say login proxy dot kill. Let's try that. So that opens up. If I kill that, that will kill all the processes. Cool. I log in again. That doesn't show me my... Okay, interesting. Oh, darn it. result. That should work. And here, true. Connect. Okay, that will still work. That's my token. If I say connect again. Okay, that's the thing that we'll fix in a sec. Another one. There's now 3 instances of this thing here, but when I close it, it just closes the one. Okay. Process.start modal. Okay, this is interesting. Wait for exit. That's what I have. If we do that, will that make any difference? I can actually close this guy. I want C#. What will happen if we say you shall execute? Okay. Doc D27, hi. Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing? Trying to figure out what, how do I start this process in a modal window. Yeah, it's process.start. That's starting an external application. It works, but it's not working all the time. I think a way around it is modal window requires 132 call, I think. Enable window or similar. I've seen that. When is it? Can you give me an example? Maybe that will be helpful. I've seen this hack here somewhere. Someone was calling this thing process.main window handle. So if we say let's actually call this var process. And let's say process. I am not a expert in these kind of things, so let's just see. If we say process dot use main window handle. Doc D27 says, well, I don't know off the top of my head, but you get the handle of the application's main window and call a relevant API to make it modal. Yes. Main window handle. So we can go this dot handle. Will that kind of work? Is that read only? It's read only. Okay, if it's that process handle. So you could just do a sleep for 2 seconds, but the proper way of doing it is an intercept create a window. Okay, we can. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, so what all these things the process does start. So if process is not null, I can while. True, okay. So you could, they're using infinite loop to wait, okay, which is bad. Yeah, I agree. So we probably would do a sleep 2 seconds thingy. But how would we do the sleep then? The proper way is to hook the window message and get a callback. Be my guest. If you can share an example, that would be great. Because this kind of works, right? So set parent, set get window, all these kind of things. I think other question is it really? That's also maybe a good idea. Has exited. So what we could do is, you know, I have that in a static file, and whenever my main window gets initialized, I think it's initialized component, what we could say is we could say this dot activated or something. So when it's activated, just want to see what happens if I do this. I expect my code to run when it's activated. So what I want to do is, if it activates, just this activated, that runs. It runs again, runs again, runs again. All these times it runs. Okay. That's not really what I want. This dot show me all the events. So I built a Windows. It's a complicated story. So I wanted to link this .NET Core app, which is .NET Core 3.0 WinForms, to Azure AD. And the problem is it works, but then you have to use a system browser for the pop-up. I don't want to use that. I want to be using the stock standard little embedded web view that they provide, but that's only available for full framework platforms. So I was like, well, I would do that, but part of my application be full framework because it's going to be full framework. It's going to be running on Windows anyway, but I want to leverage as much as .NET Core as possible. So instead of making my main app full framework, building the proxy out on .NET full framework won't be too much of a hassle. Besides, that will also be going away when this goes web. Yes, I'm doing an exe. I'm running myself. Yeah. So that's the gist of it. Auto validate background, click context size, control edit. Okay. Will that work though? Okay, how do you have that's interesting. So I can call the program where the hwind is the parent window handle. That's interesting. So how do I do that? Still with process.start or not? Was it application.run, or how would we? Yes. Okay. All right. That's an idea. That is a good idea. So you're saying that I this proxy here. So this is my proxy code. So I can have my handle. Then I can say this dot set. No, it's not. What do you call it? Set Windows POS. Oh, I probably now need to call into the unmanaged code or the Win32 APIs. Okay, so I still probably would need this, right? In here. Really? Correct. Get Windows rectangle. I don't think I need that though. Set parents, okay. Alright, so you're saying that I can that I can call set Windows POS and then what args to create a pointer, so no handle. Apologies, I need to sort of figure out what am I doing. So can I do that? Yes. So just quick and dirty int or parse args, the first one, and then pass my handle in here. That's what you're saying. Okay. Insert after. I don't know. Handle again, most probably. What does this guy say? Int pointer 0. Actually gonna doesn't really matter. Can be 0, can be 0. My flags. Okay, this guy has a flags thingy, which I will just copy for now. Okay, so rebuilding this one now to see if this works. Okay, that works. So I could then say back in my program, wait, where did I do this now? Where's that show? Looking for the, I think you want to call set Windows POS with your handle. Okay, we can do that. So you need to move the code to after the WinForm has been shown. Alright, so I will now look into that. I just want to see if I can get my arguments in here. So argument list. Um, that's that. Okay. This is now read only. Fine. Process dot. No, this is process info. Come on. We'll start info. There we go. Arguments dot add. Handle. Okay, so that's the handle. And then when I run it, he's saying that I need to go back to here. And you pass the parent handle to set parent. Okay. I'm just quickly going to refer to this one. Set handle. Okay. Handle, can this work? So this is a console application. So that's the difference. So I don't have a UI for this. So the UI, the initial UI is coming from the .NET Core app. So, and it's starting a process that is a console app, which then runs with the Azure identity thingy. That's how that works. So, set parent. Okay. Okay, so what UI is it you want to display in model fashion? Now the thing is, I'm happy to display. Let me show you this. Rebuild everything again. If we go back to the main form, and I run this now, I'm just starting it so that it shows the console application. So this is .NET Core. When I connect, okay, so what is this now? Cross operation not valid. Control access from a thread other than the thread was created on. Interesting. Okay. Just for now, put that aside. Click there. This is the full framework application. This is a Windows Microsoft Azure component thingy. I don't have control over this form. But if I click on this one, see, that happens. But if I click here, that shouldn't happen. It should stay, it should basically focus on this. Somehow I need to get this then. Because so I need to account. Is that, I need somehow to see if I can get that login then, I suppose. So I don't want to display the console window. I want it to display this Azure window effectively. Look, it's not train smash. If it's not working, it's just like part of me feels like it kind of must work, you know? I don't have any experience with these kind of things, so maybe if we go back to the docs of these kind of thing, might be a better idea. A better idea, I would say. So the window you want to make modal, is that an Edge browser? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Modal window. I just want to see if there's let's see. Now there are other ways I can do it headlessly, so I can then do my own login. But because that's probably going to go away in the future, this whole thing is going to the web-based things. So I want to kind of push it to web views. So it's a bit of an annoying place to be, as having WinForms and web kind of mixed together, but it's an interesting use case. I don't think that is possible though, creating your own pop-up. I think due to security reasons. I thought about doing that, but this is adel.net, it's not what I want. True, you're absolutely right, it's not supported. So let me see what happens here. So this is a WinForms application, so it starts off that. And you can run the example, and then when it runs, it gets to that. So what I have here is I have a client that has an app. This is WPF. And then we have all these other things. Indication context. So you could try doing something like enumerate child windows to find the handle of the pop-up window and then make that a child. Or you can run the login flow again and have it look in the task manager to see what process it's actually showing in the form. That is fine. I'm actually just maybe contemplating the whole flow for 1 second. I just want to see what is a default way of doing it. This one, readme files, so it's calling ASP.NET Core API from the application, acquire access token, and then go there. So the idea is when you run the example, true. It's not a thing that really bothers me, this whole modal thing, but it's because if you say, for instance, I can take this whole thing and true, I can do that as well. So if I go, for instance, to the, where's that thing? Yeah, this login. I can go and say dot with hey, cool, with parent activity window. Okay, this is interesting. Sets the reference to the pointer to a window that triggers the browser to be shown. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. So, yes, this is very interesting. So maybe I can pass this in as a parameter. Like so, and then say is handle or something. Is that fine? That should work, right? Now if I pass in handle like so, run the application. Now I would expect that console application, okay, that just goes away still. Wait a minute, I would expect that the console application that I start here, false, would then trigger the modal. So if I click here, does not. It does not. Can you believe it? Oh, wait a minute. I don't pass it in as an argument though. Yes, I need to, I think I comment that out because it was giving me problems. I will see now if that works. Let me just see int.printer dot add. How can I assign? Will that work? No. I want to be able to get to int32 to string. This should work, right? Cross-thread application operation not valid. Start info. I think you need to make a parameter to your task run or whatever. Veronica Geek, thank you so much for the follow. That's awesome. Thank you for stopping by. Maybe that's a good idea. So handle. Oh. Task.run. What am I doing? What am I doing? Will this work? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Okay. Okay, that works. So the handle is that. Great. That goes away. That does not go away yet. Okay. So now I think I can... What is happening here? Cancel. I think I have my handle. Let's actually say console.write line handle to string. Just to see if this is working, right? So click, go. Not even highlighting, it's not even pointing that. It's interesting, why is that not working? And the handle is that. Yes, every time I rebuild my proxy application as well. But for some reason it does not show up. So I think the question is no, it does not rebuild every time. So do a quick rebuild there to see if that works. Does not also work. So let's see what happens here. So we've got this, debug, this one. This is also the wrong. This is also the wrong Wrong DLL. This is the wrong DLL. I forgot to copy the path. What am I doing? There we go. Now it will work. Okay, so now at least give me an exception. This handles that, and then the arguments is that start. That's interesting. I want to test this out. So if I get the handle, how can I get the handle of an application? Oh, look at this. In task, in task. Okay. For instance, Notepad. Let's just say Notepad. I want to get Notepad's handle. Notepad. Okay, how do I get that handle? Really? Okay. Oh, there's also I'm an idiot. It's arguments. There we go. Now I should get something. Okay. F5. There we go. Yes. That is cool. That's what I want. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that stuff. Look at that. So that's working pretty much how I want it to work. Yeah, that's not needed because the ugly console window I call is actually part of this thing here. Connect. There we go. Done. Yeah, I have that already, so that's working. The thing is now, how do I? Because now obviously it resizes it. So it resizes it to the. No, I did not look at that, so let's maybe quickly look at that. So I've got that, set handle, Windows POS, is that not needed? So I can do that. And do that, as you're saying. Oh, I'm missing something here. So let's see. Process handle, main handle. Okay, so that's static. Okay, set parent, process handle, and main handle. Process handle is that, and main handle. What is main handle? I see, okay. So let's see what will happen if I... This is the handle of the child process. So set handle. Well, this set Windows position worked, so I can... It's just to see, this is, let me just see here, this is that, and then that's the window after. It did actually work, because if I take this out, okay, wait, do that quickly. So if I take it out totally, recompile, run, connect. Hey, how's that working then? Interesting. You won't say. This is not working. Okay, so I don't need that then. Why is it working then? True. Okay, so I can take them out, right? So I can take all this stuff out. It's not needed anymore. Right, because I'm passing in the handle of the main application, isn't it? Extra parameter? No, did I? I'm lost. Oh, this one. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So this is the solution. So I'm giving the handle from the calling application through. Hello, Martin van Stam. Thank you for joining. So technically I can get rid of this applications. This one, this one, this one, oops. This one, this one. So yeah. All these kind of things I can rebuild. And then back at main, quickly get the, I can probably do this. So then you just did all the Win32 application stuff. So now cool, there, connect, and look how cool is that. And it explodes. Yeah, so let me just wait for this thing to finish. And then we have a sign in, and there's our access token. Done and done. Alright, so that is pretty much what I've tried to be doing last time. So I think what we can do is further is let's see, to all the folks out there, Veronica Geek, Quantum Data Ninja, Diusang, John Galloway, and DC Grim, thank you so much for the follows on this channel, on my channel. This is awesome. Thank you for your support. I'm heading out now, but before we do, let's see if we can raid a few people. Do not go anywhere. Let's see if we can get a few people on Twitch. It's hopefully streaming now, that we can raid, a proper raid.
Whoever you could, thing is on this.
Let's see. Who do we have here? So, science and technology. Game dev. Who should we raid? Who should we raid? Freeman.
Someone is in the house. What does he want? The purge.
Let's see, Freeman. So let's say this one. And raid channel. This one. Let's start with raid, guys.
Est-ce que t'as fait ça? Si tu fais ça dans ton bash et que là,
it's
et
not
que tu
English.
vois ton identité RSA
No.
qui est loadé dans ton agent, c'est bon, c'est fait. C'est-à-dire que le problème il vient d'autre part.
So actually I want to raid the English channel.
D'un Soulin ou d'un...
This is a French channel.
C'était avant-hier.
Oh, okay, there's another.
Avant-hier.
Let's see, this guy, who is this? Let's raid him. Let's see if he gets a surprise.
Annie Renders, thank you very much for the raid. Terribly sorry if I butchered your name. Yes, I'm also going to defend. Annie. Cool, I'll try and remember that.
I need to go.
Welcome, how was your stream and what were you doing?
My stream was fantastic. Fantastic. Built integration with Azure AD from WinForms. Enjoy your stream.
If you want to check the game out, I need to go. My stream was fantastic, but built integration with Azure AD from WinForms. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you for the raid, and I hope you have a great day.
All right, so all the guys out there,
the people from Fanny's stream interested in anything about the game, check out.
So he's doing game stuff. For the folks that's listening, further, I'm heading out. So enjoy your day, guys. Thank you so much for their support today. It was awesome stuff. Check you again later.